Hey everyone, welcome to our fourth and the last session for the Flutter Forward event. Today we'll be doing Flutter Forward plus Firebase Essentials. So join in today, and the mentor for today is Mansun Kasyap and Rohit Rishi. Over to you guys.
Okay, thank you, Gaurav. Oh, good evening, guys. I hope you are doing well. How are you all? Okay, so let me start today's session. So, yesterday we have seen what are the how to define a variable, what are the statements, control statements. We have seen that, and when we while defining variable, we have a we have one special kind of data type that was var. By using var data type, we uh, we do not have to specify the data type of our variable. So we have seen that yesterday. Now today we'll discuss about classes, and then we'll go for Firebase Essentials. Okay, guys. Okay, so let's start the today's session. So are you guys ready? Okay. So what is class? If anyone ask you to define the class, what is class? So you can say class is nothing but a sorry, it is blueprint of an object. Means in if you take a student as an example, then you can say that student is a class. If you take a student as an example, then student is a class, and there are many things that students should do. Like as a student, we have to do something like we have name, we have something called we have some age, we have roll number, like this. So these are called as variables. Okay, so to define a class, we mainly need three things. Okay, first we definitely have variables like just like our name, our age, our roll number, like these. And another property, we should have some functions like if anyone wants to know the student information, so we will define that function inside our class, so that anyone can show your student details. If you define a student class, so student is what? Student, if you take yourself as an example, let me consider a name Rohit. So Rohit is a student, means Rohit is object of student class. If I have defined a student class, means uh, I have taken student as a class, means student should have some name. Here Rohit is student, so here is the name of Rohit. The name is Rohit, and Rohit has some particular age, so it has so there is some age, and Rohit has some particular roll number. So these are the variables of a class. Okay, and to see the details of Rohit, we should we should have some function so that we can access the details of Rohit. So by using class, what we do actually is we implementing the concepts of object-oriented programming language. So first, let me tell you what is the concept of object-oriented programming language. Is in object-oriented programming language, everything is treated as an object, and object is nothing but the collection of all these things like variables, like our methods, our functions, and one of the most particular thing, every class should have a constructor. What is constructor? Means if you go to this space and there is a constructor over here. So constructor is something like it makes class as a class. So it seems confusing. Means if you are a student, so as a student you should have some name, you should have age. So to declare this age, initially, when there is no student, but I have defined a class called student. So I have to give some data initially. Whatever I want, I should give. I will give that. Okay, and that initialization process is done by constructors. So how can we make a class? By using three things mainly. Like first thing, you should have some variables, you should have function, and last you must have constructor. Either you means if in a class the necessary things are variables, functions, and constructor. Okay, so if you want to know more about constructor, you can go with these details. There are different type of constructor, default constructor, and within this we have one more type of constructor is parameterized constructor, non-parameterized constructor, and named constructors also. So if you want to know more about this, you can visit this page also. But one thing is clear, that constructor is nothing but when I want to initialize the properties of classes. What does it mean by properties? Simple, variable. Like a student have some property like their name, age, roll number. So this is nothing but a property. Okay. So if you see here carefully, so to now I'm going to declare a class. So if you see here, so if I want to declare a class called person, so person is a class here. Sorry. Okay, paste here. Okay. So person is a class, and a person have some their properties and all. Let me first tell you, show you some class about class. So we go for pad. Okay. So here main function is already declared. So let me first I have to define a class. So to define a class, we'll use class keyword, class. And let me take an example, student. So student is the name of the class. And to initialize this, now we'll use curly braces. Within this, we'll define the properties of class. What are the things a class should have? First, it should have variables. Okay, it should have some methods, and it must have constructor. Constructor. Okay. So sorry. So okay. So as a student, what are the variables you can make? Your name is itself a variable. Now we'll use var data type. If you use var data type, there is a like a advantage that we do not have to declare constructor by yourself. It is declared by the compiler itself. So we'll use var and say name. So as per the convention, we should use underscore. Okay. So if you want to give some name, then you can give it, but I'm just leave it like this. Okay. Now let me take another property, your age. So which is int type. Now I don't want to mention that. So let me take var data type, and then use your age. Okay. And one more, let me take as roll number. Roll number. Okay, so these are the variables in the class. So this is also called properties of class. Okay, so now we have defined the variables. Now we'll and if you define the variables with var data type, it will a compiler will define the constructor internally. You do not need to define it. Okay, so let me define some method show details. Okay, since it is a method, so we use parenthesis and within the curly braces. Now this is our method. Anything I want means if I want to print anything or do anything with our variables. Okay, so we'll do that by using our methods. Okay, here I want to print name. Okay, name is not declared, so it is like this, and we have a underscore. Okay, okay, underscore. Then I want to print your age. Print age underscore age. Okay, and print roll number. Okay, okay. So we have defined our method of our class. Roll number. Oh, we should put underscore over here, not here. Okay. Okay, so we have defined our method in a class. So this is our method, show details. Okay, and we do not have given any data type, return type to it. Okay, so now anyone in the main method, anyone want to fetch our detail. Okay, so how they can fetch that details? Now first we have to declare some object. First, we need to make an object of this class, student class. So how will make an object? So let me first here declaring declaration of an object. Okay. Now we will make object. How we can declare this object? First we'll write var and student class. Since we have student class, so we'll use what? Anything where anything you want to give the name std, let me give it std. Okay, and to make an object we'll use new keyword. What is the keyword? New keyword. And new, and we'll write simply our name of the class. What is the name of class? Student. Okay, and we'll put one parenthesis then end with semicolon. So our object is declared. Now I want to fetch the details of student. So we'll use what? The name of the variable. Object is nothing but a variable like student something. I have make student. If you take yourself as an example, so you are the example of an student. Yes, means you are an object of student class. Okay, so how we can fetch that detail? So we'll use std and dot what? If I want to simply, yeah, it is showing some details. What are the details you want to fetch? Yes, there is a function which I have defined. So what is that function? So details will simply click over there and with semicolon. Since the return type of main function is void, so we'll not need to write the return type of this. simply will run this. Okay, so why it is showing null? Since I haven't defined anything. Like I'm printing the name from this. What student std? I make a variable called std, and I want to fetch the details by using show detail method. Okay, so first in from here, from this line, the control will goes to this within the class, and if it will come here, then it will first enter into this method. The first line of this method is print name, so it will print name. Since here we haven't given any name, so it is not printing anything. So if we give any name, let me take Rohit. Now if I run this, it should print the name. Yes, it is printing the name. So like this, you can make the class, and you can mention some properties into it. Let me take Ace as 22, okay, and roll number is 2, okay. Roll number is 2. Here, since I have mentioned this 22 in single quote, so it will be treated as a string uh, from the compiler. Compiler will treat this variable as a string, and I do not have to care about this. Compiler will take care of it. Okay. So now I will run this program. Let me see what will happen. Okay. Yes, this is printing the details of a student, and initially I have initialized the details like name Rohit is 22, role 2. So that's it for the classes for our DAT essentials. If you guys have any query, then you can ask me after few minutes or 5 to 10 minutes. We'll start our next. Like what is that? Firebase essentials. Okay. So you guys, if you guys have any queries, then you can ask me. Okay. Thank you guys. If you have any queries, you can ask me right now, or you can contact me from the group chat.
So we haven't started yet. We are about to start this. Okay, guys. So I hope most of you have been an idea about what is Firebase. If you are not, then not to worry. I am here to about tell you everything about Firebase. What is it? If you are a developer and you are facing lot of difficulties on setting up the databases and all and maintaining your apps and web apps, then this section is for you because I'm giving you a solution of all your problems to create the beautiful app, and you no need to manage it all by yourself. So if you are a mobile developer, then you must have a knowledge of Firebase. If you are not, then no need to worry. So what is Firebase? These days Firebase plays a very important role in mobile development. When you design a mobile apps, either Android apps or iOS app or web apps. So don't be confused about the web apps. It is just websites. You can say that. So then a database is kind of a big problem. Not because it is hard to design, but it is very tricky to design. Although it is not that much hard, but many beginners and intermediate face problems to set up the environments or making the database, creating all this thing, link up with through front end to back end, all these things. Sometimes handling the database is really hectic, like maintaining the proper traffic from the front end and the back end is a kind of a big problem. And if you already completed this full setup and all, then again the hostage is also another kind of issue. So guys, imagine if you want to build an application similar to Instagram and for photo sharing, it is not easy to maintain all these things. On the top of that, managing your own apps authentications is a very tricky job, because everyone needs authentication. If you don't know about this, I will tell you. So have some patience. So if you are making the similar apps like Instagram, you have to store everything. Every users upload their photos and some of their databases, their informations. You have to maintain each and everything, which is also a very sensitive information. You have to take care of that also, and you have to manage all their posts, stories, etc. If anyone is making reel, then they are too much of, you can say that hard work will go in vain if you are not maintaining the database. So jokes apart. So because everyone needs authentication means, I will tell you later. So have some patience. Designing everything from the scratch is not that much easy. Of course, we can do it, but not so easy. From beginning of the app to till completing the app. If you are designing all by yourself or with a small team, you can say. For all these problems, Firebase gives you a complete solution. It comes up with the complete set of tools where you can manage. So I think you are getting some idea what is Firebase. So let me tell you. With Firebase, you can do all set of authentications like login with Twitter. Authentication is, you can say that if you are registered for some app and if you want to log in, then how you are able to log in after creating an account? If you don't have account, why don't you not able to log in? Because our authentication process is going on between the page you are the visual to us in front of us and the database. First they authenticate that you are already registered for this site or not, then it will allow you to enter in that app. So with Firebase, you can do all set of authentications like login with Twitter, Facebook, and any other login authentications. Apart from this authentication, it also manages the database. It will give you the real-time database. What do you mean the real-time database? You can say that, have you seen, you just posted something and it will reflect, it will show your post, or something is missing in your profile you haven't mentioned. Obviously on your Facebook profile you haven't mentioned your age, so you mentioned it, and after 2 to 3 seconds, or I am saying the bit more time, a few milliseconds, in few milliseconds it will reflect in your profile. So how it is done? It is done by using real time databases. So if you do any changes, it will reflect on the database. This is nothing but real time database. Along with this, it will do cloud messaging. These days cloud is also a very fancy word. Everything is cloud. Every photos, videos, everyone is uploading in their, we can say that Google Photos, Mega, etc., in their tribes. These are nothing but cloud storage. Means the company is providing you some space that you don't have to manage by yourself. They will manage it for you. You can store on that space, and that will not consume your memory space. That is nothing but a cloud storage. So the Firebase has this functionality also. Along with this, you can get app notification, analytics, and many more. There are many features of the Firebase. So let me explain you one by one. What are you, please? let me change the slide. Yeah. So this is a Firebase machine learning. So the machine learning has been a buzzword among the app developers since a very long time, and Google takes good care of its products. You can say, oh, I haven't mentioned that the Firebase is nothing but a part of Google. You already seen many apps like Google Pay, Google Analytics, Google Cloud also, but you haven't heard about this term Firebase. Firebase is also a product of Google. Google has acquired this. So Google take good care of its products to stay updated with the latest technology. Google owned Firebase with, and when Firebase has introduced in the market, it is not known for what it is known for today. What Firebase is known for. So Google saw the potential in the Firebase, acquire this to manage the backends of every apps and softwares, and apply some of the versions of ML. You can also say that ML machine learning kit is combined the machine learning kit with the Firebase and launched it after acquiring it. So you can use it with any devices like in web applications, Android, iOS. The Firebase ML kit comes with various machine learning features. You will explore if you start using Firebase, you will get to know what are these. So these are nothing but ready to use machine learning APIs through which you can use in your apps and all, that you can integrate with your mobile apps to utilize the functionalities, such as if you are use many functionalities of this Firebase, such as the identify the faces or text, or what can I say, you can also use it to scan the QRs, barcodes. So these type of functionalities also offered by Firebase, the recognizing the locations, landmark, these kind of fancy things that developers thought that it is very hard to maintain and hard to use. So you can use it by using Firebase. So what is the benefits of this machine learning in this Firebase? The custom ML features are there. So you can customize the ML features according to you, what you want, what you not want. If you want this, then how much, in how much extent you can use it. And the availability of the features and APIs are already present in the Firebase. You can leverage the power of Google Cloud Platform to improve the accuracy of the ML features. Yes, guys, this is the product of Google. You can also use Google Cloud in it to improve the accuracy of your applications. It is very simple and quick to learn, and you can explore and develop machine learning features. It is for everyone, for beginner, for intermediate, and for expert. Everyone can use it. So let's move to the second feature of the Firebase. So that is the Firebase authentication. Yes, guys, authentication is very important if you are making any apps. If you are a beginner, then if you are knowing the authentication, that is a very plus point of view, because anyone can do designing, can creating the UIs. That is also a very tough job. But on if you are a beginner and if you know authentication, this will be very much important. And this is also a very critical job to do. Many one think like it is a very hectic job. On the many think that is a very lengthy. And yes, it is. If you are doing, you will feel. So let's talk about the Firebase authentication. The authentication has been always crucial for the developers to develop if you are using with any technologies. So the implementation of authentication is made very easy if you are using Firebase. Firebase authentication. Just like Firebase authentication, Firebase brings a highly secure authentication system that improves the user experience while they sign up and sign in. Means you don't need to worry about the security of this app. Google will take care of each and everything if you are using Firebase. So what will be the benefits of this? The one thing is the security. Second thing, you don't need to do the authentication by yourself. You just have to apply the given feature, right? You should, or I can say you have to write some lines of code, like more than 10 lines of code, to build the app authentication using this Firebase. Okay, guys. The Firebase authentication allows sign in using emails, password, and also, guys, phone authentication is also there. That OTP feature to authenticate that you are a user, a real user or not, are you a human or not. All these things are available with it. You can authenticate by using Google, Facebook, Twitter, and many more. And the Firebase UI can helps you customize the UI of the user for the signing up and signing in. So it is not only resolving the problem of your backends, but is also resolving your some of the features of the front end also, the UI features. Firebase authentication is super secure as it has developed by none other than Google signing team. Yes, guys. This authentication feature is developed by Google signing team, none other than Google signing team. So you can assume what is its capacity and what is its capability to do. So let's move to the next feature of Firebase, that is real-time database. So Firebase comes up with the Firebase real-time database, which is hosted on the Google Cloud, and it is a NoSQL database. If you are a beginner or intermediate, you are already using SQL, MySQL, Oracle, etc. to create the database and store some data and that data to join in it with your front ends. But this Firebase has a real-time database which is NoSQL. It's allow you to store and sign JSON data in real time. Means you no need to worry about how which type of data you are storing. It will take any of it without any limitations. If you are using the SQL and any other app, you have some limitations. But in NoSQL, we don't have to worry about the kind of data to store. It can store any kind of data. So you no need to worry about that. Like we discussed, that the best feature of the app is having live stream messaging and GPS. That's all is possible if you are having a real time database in your backend, and that you can use all these features if you are using Firebase. So it works not just online, but even when you are offline, it can store the changes and sign it whenever the user comes online. So no need to worry about that. The Firebase real-time database integrates well with the Firebase authentication. So guys, if you are using some other databases of other companies and other software, some third-party companies, and you are using the features of some other, so they will not be combined to perform at such level. But if you are using the databases of Firebase and also the features of the Firebase, it can interrelate and co-work together in their full potential. You don't need to use, also you don't need to use servers to build the apps, because the Firebase real-time database allows it with the mobiles, web SDKs, with all the applications. So it is also pocket friendly if you are a new user, because in the initial stages, for the basic features, Firebase doesn't allow a single penny. Real-time data signing is possible across any devices with the help of Firebase real-time database. So let's move to the next feature, So the next feature is Firebase push notification. So you can see in the image that there is some messages is coming, some mail is coming, and if you are a gamer, you are downloading some packages in your game and some weapons and some skins. So this is also showing some notifications about that. So if you are building mostly the mobile apps, the notification feature is very important, very much important. One of the really great feature is Firebase Cloud Messenger. It connects the servers and devices in such a way, guys, in such a way that you will receive and send the messages and the notifications very easily and in a reliable manner. You no need to worry about this. The delivering the notification to the user is possible across all the devices. No worry about your users are using Android, iOS, web. You no need to worry, and there is a no cost attached to it. So what is the more enjoyable part about this? You don't have to pay a single rupees for any of the features in your starting days. There are many features available to explore in in just free, which is just free. So what is the benefits of this push notification? There are easy, specific targeted messages and notifications using various segmentations. The schedule or delivery of the notification immediately based on the customized preference. So guys, you can also build a feature of scheduled message or message to some particular of the users. That all is possible using Firebase push notification. You can customize according to your use. You can track, analyze the engagements, the conversions received on the push notifications with the using of this feature called Firebase push notification. There is easy testing for sending push notification and see which works the best. So you can use it and you can test that it is working fine or not. Obviously, it will work fine, guys. Just you have to use it. So let's move to the next feature of the Firebase. That is Firebase Cloud Storage. You can see, guys, this this is the symbol mainly everyone represents for a database, but database not really look like that, but you can assume that. And this cloud feature and the integration of both, you can say that it is a cloud storage. So every user can attach to it. If you are using, you can connect with it. So Firebase cloud storage allows the mobile apps users to store their photos, videos on the cloud. So if you make an app and you are worried about where my users can store that their data, if your app is like just Instagram or any of the note taking app, you have to specify some of the space. You have to provide some of the space where your users can store their data, and you have to store and manage the users' data in somewhere. So you can use it Firebase Cloud Storage. Google made Firebase Cloud Storage keeping in mind that when your app become highly popular, it is easy for the end user to utilize it more effectively, more accurately. So Google has already have a vision that my users that are using their app in some time or in any time, if they gain popularity and the traffic of their apps becomes more and more, they can use it effectively and efficiently without any problem. So they are made that Firebase in that way that you don't feel any problem in your future days. Google brought Firebase Cloud Storage in integration with Firebase SDK. If you don't know what is SDK, you can say that this is a software development kit which allows the user to store file within a fraction of time in the Google Cloud. As guys, you can store each and every files of you in within seconds without any delay or without any problems or any corruption of the data. The data will be safe in the Google Cloud. There are many benefits like automated pause, resume functionality, or uploading and downloading the file in the offline and online. So, guys, many of you face this problem that if you are uploading something and in between your net has gone, you haven't able to upload any of your photo. The data that is going will be corrupt. Some of the that problems are faced by the initial app developers, but you also no need to worry about that. It will provide you the automated pause and resume functionality for uploading and downloading the files in offline as well as in online. And this saves users time and improve the bandwidth. So if your user are having gained better experience by using your app, so this will be the best thing for you. If users happy with your app, the many users will join and they will be the loyal to your app services. Like other Firebase features, Firebase Google Storage. The cloud storage integrates with Firebase authentication to offer a secure environment to the end user. So, guys, as I told you earlier, that it also can integrate with the Firebase authentication. After for the authentication process, you need some data, you need some storage where your users are you have your users data, and you can authenticate whether this user is already registered or not. Then you allowed that user to enter in your site. So these things are kept in mind by the Google developers, and they develop Firebase Google Storage where you can use it for that. So let's move to the next feature. So that is Firebase Analytics. So the Firebase Analytics has the another major feature, that is, you can say yes, the analytics, which is Firebase Analytics, or you can also say that it is a Google Analytics. It is a product of Google. So you can say that it is the analytics to Google Analytics, specially designed for Firebase. It offers unlimited reporting up to 500 unique events, that too for free. Means there are many features, guys, for the analyzing the performance, analyzing how your app is working, how much traffic it's gaining, how it's maintaining everything. You have to keep track of that. So Firebase is doing everything on by itself. You just need to create account, to link up your app with the Firebase, and the analytics data you already have, though you can see in Firebase the analytic features and the every report of that. There are many benefits of this analytics features, that you can track, measure each and every user's insights for all the devices like web, Android, iOS. So these features of this analytics features will not provide you the performance data of just a web app or Android app. It will provide you the informations about all the users, whether your user is a web user, Android user, or the iOS user. And everything from demographic, app engagement, and retention to average in-app purchase revenue are gathered in one place. So if your app has using some paid versions, or you are providing your users some functionality which is paid, so you have to take the records of that, some track of that, and the most importantly the security. So everything is managed by these analytics. You can see how much your users have earned, have purchased these features of your app. You don't need to worry about the how many users are there, and what they are using, how much are the paid users, and which are the few users. So all this data will be shown in Firebase Analytics report. It can optimize the campaign performance across various sources. It's possible in just SDK. You have to just merge up it with the SDKs and you can use it. Advertising across various channels can be tracked and analyzed for further optimization of app. Is possible with Firebase. So Firebase, if you are a company who mostly do campaigns about the advertisement about their products, so that can be also possible with the help of this Firebase. So Google Analytics is equally real time for the Firebase. So not only the real time, it has not only the real time database, but it also have the real time analytics report. Anytime you want to open the analytic report, you will have. In every second you can track every features of your app. So guys, let's move to the another feature. So the another feature is Firebase crash report. So having so being a developer, the having bugs in your system or in your apps, it's quite a very bad feeling, frustrated feeling. But with these errors you will learn in the future, and that will benefit you and also teaches you that not to do that mistakes in the futures. Errors are very useful, but also as well as very troublesome thing. So what will Firebase do with it? Firebase has another super awesome feature, Fire Crashlytics. You can say Crashlytics, but it is a crash reports. The Firebase checks the app issues or errors that affects the app experience and quality at real time. So it will track each and every features, how they are working, how they are doing things. If they find any feature, if they find any feature that the like feature is troubling your app, and it is decreasing the app's quality, and also the users are offended by that, and it will take a long time to respond to the user. It will identify that. It will allow you to spend less time in finding out the issues in your app, and and it will give you the time to concentrate on building your app, improving your features, the important features of your app. Because what will the Firebase do is Firebase divides the errors into easily and understandable and manageable groups. Means if it is tracking your app, if your app having the features in live feature or in messaging feature or in any of the part, it will divide the defects and group them in some manageable and understandable groups, where you can identify that these some of the features are giving problem to my app and making my users, or, or having bad users are having bad experience with these features and with these errors. And you can easily find your bug if you develop some features and some of the features are providing errors or bugs. So you have to analyze each and everything mostly to find a bug. But finding a bug and errors will make easy with the help of Firebase. If you find the errors, the root cause of the errors, then you can heal them, you can fix that based on the actual user experience. The Firebase crash report feature prioritize the various kinds of bugs that need your attention. So guys, it is already having a feature that what kind of things can affect your app. It is already having that data. So if you are using your backend as a Firebase, then Firebase will tell you that these features of your app can create problems and bugs in the future. So you have to resolve it. So this is that much friendly and that much helpful. Real time crash reporting it will give you. If you are using your app, your user will app in any time they will find any error, any errors or any time if your app get crashed, then it or and then this will inform you immediately that this will be the problem having your app, and this makes your app crashed. So you can take the required actions in time without wasting any of the times. You can say that, guys. So let's move to the another feature. So this is the Firebase performance. So everything is based on how Firebase do what Firebase do. So let's come to the performance. What is this? The performance of the Firebase if you are using. So the most important aspect to see how your app is performing at the user scenes. And if your app is performing well, then it is another level of happiness that developers have, that my users are enjoying my app and they are very happy with it. And like most other features of the Firebase, performance is the another very crucial and important feature. Whether your app is fast, responsive at the user sense or not, it is easily and automatically tracked using Firebase performance feature. Like creating your own customized performance traces helps you to measure the issues affecting the app performance and resolving as soon as possible. So it will provides you the performance reports that how your app is performing, how your app is doing and working. And guys, how it also provides you that how the network latency affect your user in easy, and it is easy to understand with automated HTTP's request monitoring. So it will do also HTTP monitoring also, guys. So if the network bandwidth or the network latency affect your user, it will also track that on behalf of you and provides you the report that this is the cause of your user having bad experience on your app. So you will do something for that as soon as possible. So this will also provide also saves a lot of effort and a lot of time of the users or a lot of save the time for the developers. Or it is also provide the in-depth trace, and the network issues can be tracked based on the app versions, OS level, country, and the type of the devices in order to know the root cause of the performance, guys. So you know what is the features, what is Firebase, what are these important features. So let me tell you about it. So how Firebase has come in the market. So do you want to know, guys, how Firebase come in the market, in which form? Many of these the functionalities is compared with Firebase, but no issue. Yes, guys, the Firebase has come in the market as some another features like the database. It's coming only with the database in the initial years. The Firebase was successful over many of its other alternatives. So there are already alternatives of the Firebases, but Firebase is getting more and more popularity. And a sad part of that is it start losing popularity when it is compared with MongoDB. Nowadays also, if you consult with your senior, they will prefer MongoDB, MongoDB, MongoDB. But the MongoDB is our database part, right? That will not provide you this much of features that the Firebase is providing you. They are very good, no doubt. They are very good for the database features. But when Firebase has come in initial days, it is come with that feature only. And Google analyzed its potential and acquired the Firebase in the latest market. So what? As soon the Google acquired the Firebase, it gained its popularity, and with the help of the increased number of features and functionalities, it gains more and more popularity, guys. Firebase. So let me. So before going to the conclusion, let me give you my experience on Firebase. So, guys, when before coming to this field about the app development field, I'm more interested in developing web apps. So, in my initial days, I'm very curious about I want to build something because I'm doing. I have taken computer background, and I have to develop something to show everyone that this product is developed by me. So, I'm start building web pages. Some more web pages. I used to design a lot so that it will looks better and better. So at the stage of the intermediate, I have come to know that I have also create the backend of my websites, or you can say web apps, backend of the website. So what will I do? I learned about the SQLs, so I know how to manage the database and create tables. But I am lacking about what is the backend language. I have to learn about the backend language, and not only I have to spend not in front end, but also I have to learn backend language, the middleware frameworks to connect my front end to the backend. But not only the problem is that I am not able to connect my front end to backend, but also I have to manage each and everything and track everything that it is going right or wrong. So at that time, I don't know about what is Firebase. So if you are one of one of me kind, and you are a very good front end developer, and you are thought of using your app and merge your app and create the backend of your app, you will go for the Firebase from your starting days. It is very good and very beneficial for you guys. In the small scale businesses, Firebase is the very best choice because you don't have to worry, guys. You don't have to worry about the backend. It will provide you the complete backend, the authentication feature, the database feature, the managing the database feature. All will be in the Firebase. To use the Firebase, and the most important part, guys, without going to the conclusion about the database, I have to, I want to tell you that to use the Firebase, you no need to do any masters. No additional information is required. If you are a new user and you want to make the backend of your application, you can go with the Firebase. You can go with the Firebase. Firebase will be the best choice. So that's it, guys, for the Firebase. So the session has not ended. There are many things to explain. So, guys, I thought you will get a very good idea about the Firebase and how you can use it. So, please, guys, please explore about the Firebase. I only introduce Firebase to you. So, I want you, before going further, I want everyone to bring your laptops, and I already gave you some homeworks to explore about the widgets. Yes, guys, I have told you to explore more and more about the widgets. So here in the Flutter, this is the widget section, guys. So as early as before, I told you that in Flutter, everything is nothing but a widget. You have in just like in Android feature, if you are developing the front end, there are many features like that. You have to just drag and drop and adjust and use some properties of that to make the best UI. In the same way, if you don't know about the widgets, you will not able to build the front end of your app. So you have to explore each and every feature of the this Flutter widgets. And guys, some of you have messaged me that in installation process, let me check in the installation setup. If you are using this command in the command prompt, that will showing that the path is not found, the file has not found. Uh, to some 2 to 3 people have messaged me that this problem is happening. So this will be the problem. Why this showing this error? So let me go to my download folder. So guys, before going to that, you have to do this. Please install this, and downloading you will get this. You will get this. So you have to just extract it. It's taking some time. Wait, guys. So you have to extract this file, and you have to put in this in a specified location only. If you put anywhere else, then this will not work. So wait for 2 to 3 minutes. Wait. After it's done, I will show you what to do, where to paste this folder, the extracted file. So guys, is it taking a quite long time? So almost complete. Guys, I already did that step, so I will not do again, but I will show you what to do. Okay. If you find any difficulties, like any of the difficulties in installation, please do read carefully. And after that, if you are having any problem, I am with you. You can message me anytime in the group of the GDSC that I am having this problem. You can share your screen and I will here to resolve. Okay, guys? So just 55 MB is left, right? Why it is so slow after reaching 93? Initially it is going very fast. Hey, why this feature? Why are you making such of me? What the students will think about me? Do it quickly. So guys, almost complete. Yes. So after extracting, you will get this folder. So what you have to do? People are asking that on going to the C, we don't have the SRC folder. Guys, you have to create this. If this SRC folder is not available in your C drive, means you have to create this. If it is not have, you are having. So you have to copy this extracted file, or you can cut. I prefer you to cut this file. Go to your C drive, create a folder called SRC. I already created, and paste it here. And after that, if you run command prompt and write where is, tell me where is my Flutter, it will tell you that where it is. You can see that. So I told you to explore the more and more about this. If you are a beginner, I am going with the basics. Yes, on the Flutter. See guys, we have used this feature, the app bar feature, to make this beautiful app bar with the name of the home page. You don't know about the column, as its name is column. It is used to align every objects in column wise. The container is nothing but an empty space where you can put something, and it will helps you to make a convenient space from each and every size. The elevated buttons, the icons, the photos, the placeholders. There are many more features. The scaffold, the most important one, the scaffold, which is giving you the structure. So let's move to the main part, guys. The most exciting part, the building this. So let's start building this. So don't be afraid, guys. This is nothing but a simple. You can see the circular frame where I can put my image. This is that nothing but a text, another text, and you don't know about this, but this is nothing but a card. So guys, can you imagine that if there is a curve line, the part that is pointing, it is nothing but called leading. So in the card, this is the leading part. This is the title of my card, and I haven't mentioned the later part, so I don't need that. So how this app has built? So let me explain you the structure. So let me open Paint, Paint, and I want to do side by side with Paint. So what is this? So where are the options? Save. So guys, don't be afraid by looking this. This is nothing but this is the screen of my app. You can see this is nothing but I am taking a image in a circular way, in a circular frame. So where it is saves a cir- a photo frame where I have installed a circular frame where I have put my image, some text where I have entered my name. You can enter your name. What am I? After building this, you are officially a Flutter developer. You began your journey already. The Flutter developer part, another text, and another a card. So guys, if you after seeing that, you can uh, become the architecture of how the app has built already. And the another card. So let's not let's waste more time. Let's start building this. So everyone, do with me, or you don't able to remember everything. So I recommend you to do along with me. So let's open my Android Studio because I prefer Android Studio. It's your choice. If you can also use in VS Code also. So there's some tips. So let's go to the new. I want to build a Flutter project. So I will select this. Flutter is already created. This is my SDK path. I want to name this iInfo. Yes, I also want this the to run in the web platforms also for this. And click on finish. So it start creating my new Flutter project. So I want to view on a new window. So let's check whether my project has created successfully or not. Let's select some device whether I want to run and click on run. So connection is establishing. Don't be hurry guys. You can see here it is on a way. Yes, the Flutter supports hot reload. We know that how it is very useful. So see, my Flutter project has created, but I have to delete everything. So let's remove everything. Is anything left? No. Blank screen. And let's start building. So guys, before starting any app, first we have to import package. I want to make a material app, so I will select material.dart. I have to create the main function, the opening function from where my app will start running. So void main, void main function, and here I have to use run app feature to run my app, and in this I have to pass my app a class or widget. So it is already giving suggestion what should I pass. I will pass widget app which I am going to make. So name of my app will be my app. Yes. Showing me error because I haven't created that class or a widget. So I will creating a stateless widget. So for that I have to type stless. If I am creating stateful, that I will write stfull. So project name and the class I already passed. App. Now the error is gone. So guys, I don't want to return the container. I am building material app, so I will use material app. material app. On this material app, we have to. So, what are the features in the material app? If you think, or you can assume, I don't know what will in the material app. So, control plus a star. These things I can use in this. After exploring, if you miss some property, you have to press control plus a space. So I will select home, and home first, before doing anything, I have to build the structure of anything, and structure will be provided using scaffold. I told you in the previous class, scaffold. So I will use scaffold, and let's check what is. So my app also having a background, so I will mention a background. The background color, see, it's already suggesting background color. I have to take color. So I will take blue gray. You can choose any of the color if you want. And on that, what are the options available? I don't want to create the app bar. I want to enter in the body. Scaffold, I have two options: the app bar, the body. So let's building its body. So in body, I will take container. Container is used to store something, so I will take container. Because many things we are taking, many of the texts or cards we are taking in my app. So I will take first container. Container. And the container, you see, guys, I haven't told you that. So everything is in proper column. So for that, I have to use a widget called column to align everything in column. So I will take the container class will take a child. So before using it, let me tell you this: single child or multi-child. There is this feature. Wait, there is the UI. Okay, let me search. Search the child child layouts, and the layouts widget. You can see if arrange the other widgets, columns, rows, grid, there are something called single child layout and multi-child. So you can see that these features are having single child they are using, and many of the features are using multi-child, and multi-child you can denote with the children. So I'm using that. Don't be afraid of that feature. I'm just using that. You can explore it. So in the child, I have to take column feature, and in the column, I have to wrap everything in a center. To wrap everything in the center, so I have to use the column. There is the column, and wrap with a widget center. Center widget. I want to wrap this with the center widget so that my every column should be in the center of the app. After the column feature, guys, you can use children because column supports the children. It is a multi-child layout. Okay, multi-child layout, yes. So in column we have art features we can take. So there is something called circular avatar. Circle avatar, guys. You can take this inside. So these are the four things I have taken: the image to text and the two cards. So I will take everything inside column. Okay, guys. So I will take column. After the column, after the circular avatar, I will take something called text. Text inside text. I will take some data, and after that another text for the Flutter developer and two cards. Capital card and one more card. So let's start building. Let's start using the each and every properties of that. Okay, guys. So let's start with circular avatar. In circular avatar, I want to make a circular frame. For that, I have to use a property called radius. Radius this, and I also have to take a background image. Or firstly, I will take some color, background color, and that the colors dot. Let's take white. For for further, we will do some changes. For now, we can take some color. So in the text, let's write the name. My name is Rohit Rishi. So I'm writing my name. You can write any of your name or nicknames. After the name, you have to style that. Guys, you have to style that. The name, there is not initialization because I haven't put comma in style. I have to style its key. So it should be in small and its value should be in capital. But so use text called text style. Text style. In the text style, I will mention what styles I would required for this. So I will take the font size. Okay, the font size will be, I will take 60. Font weight, I will take bold. Font weight, I will take bold. And I also want some space between the letters. So I will take letter spacing. Letter spacing, let's do. And the color of the text, most importantly, the color of the text I want white. Colors dot white. So let's run before doing some extra things. So I have to, if I so see guys, I will just press Ctrl plus S and it will automatically takes hot restart. Control plus S. See, reloading here, the bottom. Let's see our app. See, our app is in progress to build. This frame has already created, the name has already done. So let's put another name, the Flutter developer. So the text, take Flutter. Hey guys, I am a very lazy developer. If you are on my side. I will not use another text. I will just copy paste the previous one. So I will copy this text. Hey, why are you so busy? What is it doing? So this is the text part. I will copy that. Control plus C and V, and I will reduce the size after before I have to change the title. So I will change it to Flutter developer. And I want size is 220, and I want the bold same. The letter spacing should also be same. So the text will also will be in white. White. Should I take the white or not? White. So I don't want white. I only want that much of feature. Let's control plus save. Let's see. See, Flutter developer is coming, but it is in black color. So let's take the white color. Copy and paste and save. See, nice, right? So let's create the cards. Let's start building the cards. First, I will take the card color as white. The background color of the card is color feature, which will I'm going to take white. It is white, and I have to put some margin. If you don't know the margin, guys, if the two elements are there, imagine this one and this one. This having some borders, the invisible borders that they are requiring. So the space between two borders is nothing but margin. Okay, guys. So let's take margin here. Margin. Take age insects. Age insects dot. Don't be afraid of this, guys. I'm just came to know about this after exploring so many features. You can also do that. Well, 10 and in horizontal I will take 25. So this is the age insect. I will take one child feature, and I will use a widget called text style to arrange everything in this manner, in horizontal manner, in list manner. So I will take text style. In text style, guys, I will take leading. I told you about leading. So in leading, I want a icon. This icon. This is the leading part. I want an icon here, a phone icon. So let's build that. So in the leading set, I want icon. The icon, I want a phone icon. Phone icons dot phone. I want a phone icon, and the color of that should be light blue. I want that. Colors, light blue accent. Light blue accent, yes. After the icon, I will take the title of that. The title, I want some text. For text, I have to use text widget. Text, I'm going to mention my number. If you want, you can mention your number 9195. Oh, I will not reveal my number. It's private. So use your number. So is it the 10 characters already? 33622 Yes, already completed. And let's do style on that. Let's put some style. So I will use text style for that. Text style, and on text style I will take the color color for that text. Color blue accent. And also I want to define the font weight be bold, and I also want some spacing between the letters. So I will use letter spacing one, and the font size will be 20. That will be enough. So this will create my card. So let's see. After saving, see, is it good, right? You can see it start replicating the image I shown you before. But I want this another one. So I'm giving you a very nice task. I'm also too much lazy to copy this and inside and do some changes. So this will be your homework. You have to do it. You have to replicate another build another card just like that using these properties here. Okay, guys. So I want image. How can I add image? I saw image somewhere. Where widgets? Widget. Everything is widget, right? So image is also a widget. Widget, basic widget, image. So here is the image. For image, we have to use image, provide image through network image. In image property, you can use network image. On that you will specify the path, or if you are doing providing image from your folder, you will use image.asset. So guys, let me show you how you can do it quickly. Let's open my folder. So I will create one folder, where it is a new directory. Name of the directory should be images. Here it is, and I will copy my image, any of my image. Where I get my image, my pictures, images. So I will use this. Let's rename it. So I'm changing the image, right, guys. Me, and I will put that image in here. That's refactor. It will show your image. Okay, okay, okay. I don't want to see me that closely. So let's insert the image. Before, guys, before using your image, you know the about the dependencies, the powspec.yml. You have to come here and you have to use a feature called assets. So here you can store your asset. There are already some images in line number 61. Your asset will be on some other line, but you have to. So look carefully. Have to find asset. Put your cursor before A and 1 2, just 2 backspace, guys, just 2 backspace, and provide this here. 1 2 2 yes. If there is any, if there will be any spaces left, it will give you error, throw you errors. Yes. So my folder name is images, and after putting that, what is it, that hyphen, okay sir, forward slash, it will provide everything which is inside the images. Okay guys, so I can specify that. Where is my circular avatar? I put the colors here. So I will use image background image background image. So I'm using image, providing image through asset. I will use asset image. I have to specify the path, images images path. I will use called me.jpg. Let's save and let's watch what it is showing. So I haven't got my image. Something, any problem? Let's change the image. Okay, let's change. Wait, guys. So all I have, if I have any image left or not, is mm, where is my JPG? Yes, here I find my JPG. So let's copy this. There should be any some error, guys. You will feel. So after I have to delete this and I put my image. Paste another image. Yes, override text. Let's refresh code. Okay guys, there should be any issue, but it will work, so don't worry. Projects. So okay guys, thought it's having some error here. Missing character. Reloading. So okay. Yes. So this will run absolutely fine. It will run absolutely fine, guys. So no, if there is any bug, unknown bug, I have to resolve. I'm also a developer. I also do some mistakes. Everyone learn from their mistakes. So your task is to replicate this card. Okay, guys. So today we have learned about what is Flutter, how we can use widgets. So okay. Wait. Okay. Can we repeat the last code? Okay. I haven't used the underscore. Oh, that's the another piece. Uh, how can we use Firebase and ML together? So we can use Firebase and ML together. So you don't need to use it together, this feature and that feature. The Firebase will already provide you some of these features. You don't need to the add some ML features from the outside. Firebase already has these features of ML. So
Thank you,
you
sir,
are
for
the
answering.
GRV place. Yeah. So this will be your answer.
Thank
You
you,
can
sir.
check it out. So that's, if anyone have any other problem, guys, watch free feel to ask me. So this will complete the last session of this. Today we have learned about the Firebase. Yes. Okay. So today we are having the last session of our Flutter forward. So if you do, if, okay, no need to sad, guys. There will be many much more events will coming from the GDSC TIB, and we will providing you the next event is coming is that on based on the ML, guys. So that's the good news for you. If you want to know about the ML, the next events are going to be much more fun about the, you have to learn about the ML. Our facilitator will teaches you about what is ML, how we can use about that. So that's for today. Thank you, guys. Gaurav, over to you.
So I guess none of you have any queries for today for our mentors. Feel free to ask any questions you have for, and also a round of applause for our mentors Rohit and Monsoon for carrying out the session for the 4 days so nicely and thoroughly. We'll be ending our session for today, and this will be our last event for the Firebase plus Flutter Forward event. Thank you guys for joining. Thanks for your cooperation. Okay.